Many skeptics, and especially Jesus mythers, say that Jesus was a copy of Asclepius. If you know Jesus' story, you'll start to see some similarities. Asclepius apparently performed miraculous healings. He raised the dead, he is a dying and rising god, and he miraculously appeared to others. This is a big problem for Christians. Or it would be a big problem for Christians if most of it wasn't false. Asclepius is allegedly attributed certain miraculous healings, but this is too broad to make some kind of connection between him and Jesus. This is independently said of many deity figures. But to go into detail about what is actually said of Asclepius, we have the following. Philostratus wrote of Asclepius as a medicine man in the art of divination, not as a miracle worker. Pseudo-Hyginus wrote that Asclepius healed many people with medicine and eventually restored life to Hippolytus before being turned into a star by Jupiter. Ovid recounts the healing of Hippolytus from the dead by Asclepius. There is not much to go on here, but he seems to refer to the art of divination that I already mentioned. This isn't miraculous healing. Propertius writes that Androgeon was restored to life by Asclepius, but it was through the medicinal use of herbs from Crete that this was done, not by Asclepius's power. He didn't raise the dead of his own power. He came across a plant that did it. This can't be compared to Jesus, who raised people from the dead merely with his words. There is no account of Asclepius resurrecting bodily. He was made into a star. This can't be considered part of the dying and rising gods motif. Here is the text from Pseudo-Hyginus. Many astronomers have imagined that he is Asclepius, whom Jupiter, for the sake of Apollo, put among the stars. For when Asclepius was among men, he so fair excelled the rest in the art of medicine that it wasn't enough for him to have healed men's diseases unless he could also bring back the dead to life. He is said most recently, according to Eratosthenes, to have restored to life Hippolytus, who had been killed by the injustice of his stepmother and the ignorance of his father. Some have said that by his skill Glaucus, son of Minos, lived again. Because of this, as for a sin, Jove struck and burned his house with a thunderbolt. But because of his skill, and since Apollo was his father, put him among the constellations holding a snake. Apparently he miraculously appeared to others, but the source of this claim is Celsus, and he just asserts it. There is nothing else to go on to prove this point. In his response to Celsus, Origen provides several sources to corroborate the existence of Jesus. The proof for him is much better than for Asclepius. After looking at the evidence behind these claims, it's clear that there is no real link between the accounts of Asclepius and Jesus. Therefore, it's clear that Jesus is not a copy of Asclepius.